Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Academy Futurae. Say hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
All right, where we last left off, the party finally got on the boat to head back over to the Academy, and along the way, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, two Dwayne The Rock Johnsons came in and tried to get up all in their business sexual style.
Oh.
What?
Still within the first
birds.
minute, John.
Oh, yeah.
But thankfully, you can stop The Rock.
Mm.
And so the party did. It was pretty long, hefty fight, because those things had like 280-something HP each. But you did manage to take them down just fine. Traylon got some of his feathers off of it. And then you guys made it back home, where I would like you all to let me know what happened on your end, because I know Traylon, I believe, gave the letter to Lysander and Bruin about their respective situations, where Traylon got to learn up close that Lysander apparently has a long-lost cousin, and that the forest that they are talking about is indeed real. We got actual confirmation of that now. Specifically, the current queen of Rena Ateri, as it's called, Queen Elvira. Elvaria.
Yeah, it's gonna be a thing.
Still not over that part. And yeah, shit's heavy. But then you also gave a letter to Bruin. You gave it to Bruin first, actually, and it seems like there will be work to do, as he pulls out a suit replica from behind a rotating shelf. For the rest of you all, I believe Crudez finally got to show the camera to Argo and give him his souvenir, to which he accidentally took a picture of his own face.
Yeah.
And Francesco, do you remember what you did?
I gave Sori a book.
Oh yeah, you gave her the porn mag that, the porn novel that Traylon bought for her.
Harlequin romances.
Yeah, and then I went off into the distance explaining to my orc comrade about a play that's basically 50 Shades of Leaves.
Of leaves.
Leaves.
Like imagine if Dorian Gray were a sentient bush and somehow hornier.
Oh my god.
Because he's had actual thorns. He's a bramble.
Oh! Yeah. The point is, druids are hornier than they let on.
They can be, yeah.
Meanwhile, the ace druid would like a word with you.
Well, yeah, they can be horny.
I know. I'm just messing with you.
So yeah, we were going to continue from there, but Peeps got tired, so we're going to pick up where we left off, which, Jesse, I believe you are in much better health now?
Yeah?
Would you like to continue?
I thought you wanted to do the thing that's listed first.
Oh, that's what you were talking about.
Yes.
Sure thing. All right.
Yes.
Give me 1 second here. All right. So, right before last session ended, Traylon, I believe, I forget who told you this, but I believe someone came up to you and let you, because I think you were asking where Pasacha was?
Fuck, I can't remember myself.
Well, either way, I think maybe Lysander told you where they were, because apparently he and other people were having a really long, heavy discussion about the current status of the blockade that Radiar and Drek are collaborating on. So if you were looking to report, or at least get information regarding that, you know where to find them.
Right. Just
Would anyone like to join him on this?
I'm blanking.
Well, Kratos is having fun with Argo. I can catch him up on that stuff if he doesn't want to settle in on there.
All right. So you just want to have Traylon be in on this then?
If no one else wants to be.
All right. So, I will go ahead and say, where do you imagine they would talk with? Because my first assumption is they would be talking about it at, like the headmaster's office.
Seems reasonable, yeah. That or the,
Enough.
what's it called? Our, I guess our room that we have for our club, or what we are,
Oh, the clubhouse? Yeah.
The Sentinels space.
Yeah, once upon a time, Emil did tell you that he had made a sort of personal clubhouse for all of the house leaders. He really worked hard to make it work, and as far as you know, it is still works, so the good boy did it. So I will go ahead and say, because they like to rotate rooms when they do this, so what ends up happening is you kind of have to, you check, 2 of the houses, you check your own house, purple, they're not there. You check green, it's not there, so by process of elimination, it's orange. And sure enough, you go inside the clubhouse room, and you actually see 4 different people there. Sure enough, you see Pisach Osakov, the Prince of the Blues, heir to the throne. You also see Toxeros, Prince of the Greens, but 3rd in line for that. On the Drex side, you also see Deolite Sworn, the Princess of Radiara and House Leader for Orange. And to your surprise, or maybe dismay, rather, you also see Tinsley Amberhill, the dwarf kid who was Father Luther's personal apprentice from the church.
Traylon's going to barge in like he owns the place, because he's finally back. What up, I got a big cock. Says,
All right,
lads, looks like Luca's finally back.
As soon as you, open the door, before anybody can react, you hear Tox go, Traylon! As he, goes up and, reaches down, scoops you up, gives you a hug.
No.
I allow this.
Hey, how have you been?
I'm doing good, big lad. Just got back from my own dome. Got attacked by 2 giant-ass birds. Look at these feathers.
As you say that, Pisacha doesn't say anything, but he is immediately sort of, inspecting you for injuries.
Didn't even touch me. I'm that good. Pose.
He does believe you, but he's going to roll insight anyway.
Trust but verify.
Pretty much.
He poses and there's nothing but gaping wounds on his back.
Oh no. It's fucking Chimera all over again.
Hey, come on, sit down! As he realizes, oh yeah, let me put you down. And he goes ahead and puts you down over at the table.
The place on his booster seat.
You also see that Tinsley also had to have a little bit of a booster seat, just so everybody is at eye level. Caught us just in time. We were still discussing things. It's Still looking pretty bad. Well, I mean, not not like we're gonna die, just nothing's happening.
So I take it the church is holding things up?
You see Tinsley sort of speak up and say, "Unfortunately, yes. That's why I'm here. I'm looking for ideas to make pitches to the church to get them to cooperate."
Good luck with that. They've been, ever since the scream, they've all been held up inside the capital, haven't they?
Something like that. It's been a lot of chaos. Usually, Father Luther would have sent me a letter by now, but if I had to guess, he's probably busy trying to quell the public.
I would think that they would have a little bit more of a fire underneath that step, considering there's a giant piece of chimera down in southern Radiara. But looks like the church doesn't really care unless it's in their actual church.
Well, they care. They care because Drax's working on this, and they won't cooperate out of principle because it's Drac. But, and he looks over to Dia, King Aurelian's personal military is filling for them in the meantime.
That's good.
Altogether, we have the Blue Sector's navy, which has more traditional warships, forged out of Obsidian. You see Pisacha sort of like smile a little in pride as he says that. We have the Green's personal navy, which is more frigates and ships designed to scout. And then according to Dia, they've been using the Light of the Sea, the giant city warship, as sort of a base of operations. So, the King's Navy and the Blue and Green Navy have been working together, but the Church has not stepped in once.
They really could use some clerics on this. Especially with...
Slowly raises his hand.
Yes.
Oh, I was just saying I'm a cleric.
No, I mean, like, clerics from the capital. The King's navy is grand and all that, but King hasn't... No offense, Dia, but your father hasn't really had much of a sway with military force by comparison. We're kind of working with a fraction of what we could have.
Dia does sort of like nod her head. She does look a bit saddened by that, but she knows it's like the truth is the truth.
Truth hurts.
But she does say, yeah, exactly. But she does speak up and say, there is one way to get the church involved, and it's through the Academy Treaty, because according to the treaty, anybody who does not fall in line with the demands of the rest of the members, by principle, they are, well, excommunicated, and the entire world declares war on them as a deterrent. It's a nuclear option.
Alright, then let's do it.
But, well, and Tinsley says, well, the thing about that is, the church is really powerful, and I'm not saying that because I'm a member of the church. I'm saying this because they have loads of clerics and paladins in their reserve, and they are pretty heavily fortified in terms of their location. And besides, we need everybody to work together, so I'm trying to figure out a way to get them to work together with us so we don't have to do that.
Well, I guess in my general experience with the fucking church, they don't get involved unless it directly involves them. So,
I
unless
was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. So, unless we can move that giant chunk of fucking Chimera up to the capital and Eustace Lux, I doubt the church is actually going to do anything about it.
Pistacia speaks up. Ultimately, it all's gonna come down to the headmaster. We can't really do anything until the headmaster officially declares war on Farenthel. So until then, the blockade is just going to stand and do nothing else. I think what he's trying to do, I haven't seen the headmaster in a while. He's probably busy too. But I have a feeling that he is trying to gather as many forces as he can, bolster the ranks before officially, signaling the alarm, and we all go and attack Farenthel. So, until then, we're just left to stand here and wait.
So, since I'm here, I have some actual news about that, actually.
You see all four of them perk up, and Talk say, "Well, don't be a stranger, come on!"
So you know the big forest that the Farenthal's king is going on about?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Wait, did I promise Lysander not to tell anybody about this? I completely forgot.
So, I'm pretty sure you didn't.
Cool, just double checking. I'm not
But
throwing him under the bus.
let me just ask Jesse real quick. I know he was really tired, but I want to see if he remembers at all.
I don't recall you saying that, so I think it should be alright.
Then yeah, go ahead.
Before I veto what I just said, would me telling any of this be bad for Lysander? Because that would be Traylin's primary thought at the moment. I can't think of any reason why it wouldn't be okay to share this.
Yeah, because then it means that we might potentially have another ally. So yeah, I think it'll be fine.
I found the forest that he's got such a massive hate boner for. Turns out, it's the wildlands just east of the Iron Dome.
What? Wait, it was there the whole time?
I mean, granted, it's kind of impossible to navigate, and anyone who goes in there gets killed, but yeah, it's there.
But wait, why would he care about a forest that is the entire world across from Farenthel?
They're refugees, escapees, from a very, very distant war.
Tinsley speaks up. You mean that civil war that never ended in Alidus's eyes, right?
Yep. Never ended, and well, they escaped. Also, my grandmother might be still alive and in that forest, so there's that.
Might? You mean you didn't talk to her?
I wanted to. They said, it's a long story, but there's only hinted at the idea that she might still be there. I mean, she's old as fuck. Like, getting 500 or maybe even more, depending on, how you look at it. I don't really know how old my grandmother actually is. But I know that she's old as fuck, because this war is also old as fuck.
Tinsley speaks up and says, so he isn't crazy. This forest is actually real.
I mean, by all means, he is still fucking crazy. But he's not mistaken that the forest is real. It's just not as evil as... I'm pretty sure it's not evil. Maybe.
Knock on wood.
A little hard to say. Shit kind of got a little sideways when we were there.
I'd say probably Dia would speak up and be like, so does he think that they're going to retaliate against him? Is that what the fear of the forest is?
I think maybe. I mean, don't get me wrong. If what I saw in the forest over there was what fucking
Aladdis.
sorry, Aladdis was fucking scared about, then fuck yeah. Like, Traylon makes a prestidigitated a little trinket of the Tyrannosaurus Rex thing that we fought. It was fighting shit like this. And a boneyard that was just casually sitting in there.
Remember, those were both like a corrupted area too. Just like above table.
Yeah, I mean, granted, that shite was in more of a corrupted part of the forest. It's pretty sure they weren't aligned with the actual forest. But still, if this was the shit that was going on, I'd be a little scared too. But I digress. Aladdis is still out of his fucking gourd.
Versace speaks up and says, "And just to clarify, these elves in the forest, they don't control these monsters, do they?"
No, they in fact helped purify the area after we cleared it out.
Then maybe he fears their resilience.
That might, I mean, it sounds like they may have it may be a culture of druids, you know, forest and whatnot. And with druids having access to the only type of magic that can, well, deter his weaponry, naturally I feel like he would fear them a little bit.
Well, in any case, Mrs. Tinsley, I feel really the only thing I can do on my end is write a letter pleading to Luther. He's pretty high ranking in terms of Archbishop's society goes, so he might have sway, but I don't even know if he can get the church to bend over like this. He's powerful, but he isn't like... He wouldn't do something that would, like, risk his whole career. I don't think.
I mean, what if we just tell... I mean, we have those shards down in the, I guess, lab area?
Yeah, lab area.
We could probably just talk to Alice and just lie to him and say that, oh, the forest inside Justus Lux. And just let him wreak havoc, and then the church will get a little active.
So, you are openly calling for Radiara to get sabotaged in an attempt to scare the church into working with us.
No. Thank you for pointing out my shite.
No. How?
I mean, I'm a student of Luther, and we both know that there are some shitty things about the church, but I'm also honor-bound to protect life and serve life, and I don't think putting innocent people in the way, even if they are clerics of the church, would be ethical in any way.
I mean, if we're talking about innocent, that's not exactly something I'd retaliate with the actual church, but I get your point. Regardless, I think maybe we could use this. We know where the forest is, and the one he's so fucking gung-ho about it. Oh, also, Lysander's cousin is the queen of that forest.
What?
Aye, apparently on his mother's side. So yeah, there's...
Wow! So, would that mean if, like, we depose King Aladus, are the two kingdoms gonna unite again? Or do they become north-south and Thel?
Maybe? I'm not sure, but I feel like at this point, they're two separate kingdoms. The Rainbow Forest, as it's known as, fuck, what's the name?
Rina Atari?
Rina Atari, sorry. A lot
It's
of different names. Rina Atari
alright.
is what I believe it's called. It's better than calling it the Wildlands anymore. Rina Atari is its own nation at this point. So, most likely, if RT gets his shit pushed in, it's gonna be Lysander who usurps him.
Well, at least he'll still have all of his friends afterwards.
Aye, that'd be a good for him.
I will say that there is a bit of a problem with this, as Bassacha speaks up. I have never known what Farenthel looks like on the inside. All I really know is that really the only way in is one river, and that's it. But we have no idea what the terrain's like there, the creatures, anything. So even when we do finally get the nod to declare war, I'm not sure how to proceed, and I'm going to have to be the one who leads some fleets by virtue of me being a prince.
Well, it looks like we'll have to talk to Lysander about some of that information. That or get in contact with Rina Atari. We left on pretty good terms, I think. They still weren't really talking to us. They had a weird mute gimmick they were going with us at the moment. I think it was for security reasons. But if...
They probably don't even know this academy exists.
Maybe? It's a little strange because they sent a letter to us. When we were in there, Crudez talked to the forest, and the forest was very sentient. And it acted as a middleman for us. We got a letter that was directly sent to, to me, via Bird, and I gave it to Lysander because it was addressed to him as, her cousin.
Well, Toxera says, well, if you're gonna talk to Lysander, can you hold up on that for a second? I mean, he's a bit better than when I last saw him, but I think he needs to lie down for a while.
He needs a little time to decompress. I don't know if I made things better when I told him that stuff.
I mean, I don't know. If I found out I had a big bro or a big sis or a little bro or a little sis that I never even knew, I would be really happy. And I'm sure Lysander would be if, the fate of his nation wasn't at stake.
It's certainly a topic of interest.
Yeah?
It does seem like we're in a bit of a phase where it's more of a hurry up and wait kind of scenario.
Unfortunately, yes, Tinsley says as he speaks up. As much as discussing with you all really has, made me believe that this academy can really work, unfortunately, we're still talking in circles. We still can't do anything until the headmaster gives us the go-ahead, so I guess all we can really do is wait.
I guess till then, we should probably see if we can't figure out ways on how to replicate the effect on ways of counteracting Chimera. Because, again, there's still that giant slag of Chimera down near the southern border of Raidor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, in any case, I still have more people to talk with, as Bassacha stands up from his chair and nods to everyone to take his leave, and the rest sort of are just yeah, there isn't really much left to talk about on this, so they all stand up too. Bassacha, he does give Traylon a bit of an extra nod before he leaves. It's still midday. You did come, like, pretty early in the day, so there's a lot of daylight left.
Yeah.
They're still serving breakfast in the commissary.
Pretty much,
only-
yeah.
But only for 1 more hour. Better hurry.
Yeah. So, for this, really, we have RP time ready for later, so, would you all like to roll RP initiative then?
Sure,
Just decide on your own. Yeah.
Sure.
Uh,
Way.
Jesse, did you want to take over for this?
Yeah. Hang
Alright.
out.
Go,
Eh.
go, go.
Alright, so 11. Yeah, just roll d20s.
12.
12 and
Yes.
Come on, 10 or 13.
It's loading. Sorry.
Oh,
Don't know why it's taking
or roll
forever.
20.
Yeah, these new icons they have in the upper right really drag it down.
A little bit, yeah.
the RAM is too much.
The processing power's just not there, and I can't handle it, Captain.
Oh, boy.
It's
Come
pretty
on.
shitty.
Come
Someone
on.
left a Cheeto in the processor.
Just load.
What if you, like, refresh your browser? Natural 20!
There we go.
Oh my god!
It's gonna be a
You really have
train
to squeeze
episode.
that one out.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll start with Traylon then.
Damn. I mean, unless you want to, like, maybe backstep a bit so everyone else can do something for a moment.
Yeah, I'll go I'll go
mean,
second.
We'll
if-
do reverse order.
Reverse
Personally,
order.
I'm fine with that. Oh,
Oh,
Kratos can go last if he wants.
yeah, that's fine.
So, Wyatt, Gray, Will.
Alright, cool. We'll go with Wyatt then. With Mr. Francesco.
Hello!
Whoa!
Oh, whoa.
Ah,
So. Alright, you can switch the music, John.
Alright.
yeah, Fran always has that music playing in his head. It's charming.
Cool. Yeah. So, judging from what you had requested or said you were going to do earlier, were you still going to try and seek out Hamid?
Yes, that long journey after a terrifying ordeal left me time to think, and also watching those two dudes kiss, those two general manly men kiss, made me think of feelings, thoughts, about feelings.
And thoughts.
Oh, let's not get crazy.
Literally.
Yes, I realize there's one area of strength I lack.
Mm-hmm.
And it is in the realm of romantic companionship.
Say it ain't so.
I like the idea that it's like you guys fixing Rez and Drex's relationship somehow turns on his libido.
Yeah.
Yeah, somehow sitting in a room watching two husbands be very in charge makes one think, maybe there's something there. Something about two dudes punching each other. Made me think maybe I should find a man that I can punch with. Yeah.
Damn.
I'm already fantabulous as a single and as a triplet of comrades. But what about a duo?
He used to be a quartet.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyways.
yeah. I've conquered all realms: mentorship, companionship, but not singular friendship. There's only one man I know that knows a thing or two about companionship.
Uh-huh.
That's Hamid.
The heartthrob himself.
Yes, the man that knows how to woo with his personality.
The man who knows how to woo with his woo.
With his ooh, you might even say.
It's that
His
high
woo-woo.
bonus to his charisma. But yeah,
Yeah.
you are directed after asking around to find that Hamid is in his room for today.
Ah, that's his room? I thought we just kept a lot of soap and sandalwood in there.
No, it's just the smell
Wow.
that comes out of it sometimes.
Yeah.
Alright then. Just gonna go over there. Knock knock.
He answers pretty quickly. You know, like after just one set of knocks, he opens it, and he's like, "Oh, hello. Can I help you with
Hello.
something?"
Yes, I believe you can, Hamid. Mr. Well, the man known renowned for his good looks and charisma.
Why, thank you. What do you want?
Well, I don't know if we have met before. I'm Bruno I'm Francesco Bruno.
He's one of your house leaders.
Well,
You've
have
met-
we met though?
Yeah, you've
Oh.
met him several times.
Okay, cool.
Not on this like close of a basis though. I don't think.
you know of him at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, either way,
There you
we
go.
are seeing each other again, so he's just gonna say it because he also wants to. Greetings, it is I, Francesco Bruno, warrior of the Perone, and I am in need of your dire, beneficial help today.
I have a need.
Yeah.
All right, go
You see-
on.
I noticed, like, well, I'm proficient already in striking terror into villainy itself, right in the heart with my fists and man of mystery. But I, notice I'm not quite good at, companionship, making, friends in close, intimate ways that you seem to be, a savant at.
You see him raise a brow and then like smirk. Well, well, the noble knight has a crush.
It's nothing like that. It's just, well, there are just certain other fellows, people. There's just certain people here that I realize I could duel with on a 1-by-1 setting.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you do that? I'm.
You see him just like visibly like trying to hold in a laugh, like his shoulders are shaking a little bit. Oh well, yes, yes. Come in, as he opens the door for you. And you step in, and Hamid's room is definitely classier and a tiny bit nicer than yours. It's definitely a little bit bigger, but he has definite things he's brought from home, different sensors and fabrics. Like in the center of his room is a hookah with a huge ring of pillows around it. There's a little kitchenette there where he boils tea and things like that. And he invites you to sit down.
Fran looks, and that sitting down is gonna be a lot like laying down when you're that tall, but he goes for it, and he sinks more into that pillow than
He's ever had before.
Like, imagine if John Cena had to sit in a bean cushion. That would look a little awkward.
I'm sure he has.
I'm sure he has, yeah.
Sorry, Andre the Giant.
Oh, fair enough. That's a bit, okay. That's a bit more. I get you now.
Yeah.
Yeah. As Hamid goes to go fetch you some drinks, you do, again, spy all the various finery he has in here. You do recall that he was like a merchant prince back home in Kasharun, which is like, a very merchant-heavy nation. So it makes sense. And you see your eyes glance to like it's sort of what you can only assume is like a trash pile. And from it you can see there's a lot of like discarded letters and like boxes of candy and flowers.
Oh.
He can't
Somebody
eat all
found
of them,
the
they'll
heart.
destroy his figure.
Wow.
Go to your thighs!
And then you'll blow up. But Hamid comes back with two cups of tea and places one in front of you. Alright, so, as he sits down on the opposite side, reclining a little bit. So, what do you think you need help with to start?
Suppose the best place to start is the start, which is the approach of how to put this. You know how when you see someone that you think, we've had a good time with that person there, just offhandedly, casually, and sometimes you think, yeah, you know, maybe we should make a date of it. On a date. Maybe we should pick a date to do things together, just as companions, like training and maybe a sword match or two, and just like build on that as getting to know one another better. So maybe I don't know, maybe one could be the sidekick of the other, or dual leader, dual heroes of champions and stuff.
I see. Well, I'd say to start, you should probably be a tiny bit less bombastic, if you can manage that.
Fran looks quizzically like, what?
You're a very loud individual.
Well, I mean, of course. You need to be loud so that the folks can hear what you have to say in your heart. You can't just be a little church mouse.
Well, yes. But there's a difference between being confident and being overbearing.
Oh. Isn't
Well, I mean, imagine if you weren't yourself, and a large, tall fish man approached you and started yelling at you.
enjoy or aggression?
You're not sure because you're just a little unnerved by, again, a very tall fish man yelling for no reason.
Oh.
We're within 5 feet of each other. You don't need to yell like you're in the auditorium.
Have you ever heard of an indoor voice?
Yes, that's where you speak extra loud so that you can hear from the other room.
Just
Would.
yelling in your
Not-
face.
He absolutely would, and I'm here for it.
Just spiritually.
Not quite, my friend. As Hamid's like racking his brain, you know, like looking up and thinking, how about, okay, as he sits up a little bit, he's like, okay, actually, maybe I have to like try and think about this for a moment. You're really into the whole night thing, I can tell.
Of course, that is what I am. That is what I embody.
Yes. But sometimes a noble knight shows their affection a bit more discreetly and more chivalric.
Oh.
For example, as he like asks you to stand up,
He's gonna need a hand.
he helps you up.
I'm 6'4". I'm not gonna do that on my own.
Fair enough. It's like
he's
kind of
like
like
a deer trying to stand up for the first time.
it's like a car jack trying to like jack him back up.
Yeah.
It's like a turtle that has butter on its back.
Oh. Yeah, Hamid helps you up and, you know, gauges, again, your heights and things like that. Well, for starters, I've always read that, you know, in more, like, chivalry ways to show romance, you do something simple, like this, as he, like, kneels down, takes your hand, and, like, gently kisses the knuckle.
Fran gets red hot.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps.
well.
And, well, perhaps, say you come across someone who's a little chilly in the evening, what would you do then? Would you give them your cloak, or ask them to go on a run?
preferably both. If if they're cool like that, as the kids say.
Yes, but clearly one is a bit more romantic than the other.
Is it the running?
No.
Oh, Fran, sweetie.
So, but the invigoration of the thrilling run. Oh, okay. So, romantically, right? I've seen plays like that where, and Fran takes off his cape and is like, hands it to him.
Not almost. That's a start. Why don't you drape it around me and tie it for me?
Oh, and he ties it like a father would a superhero cape on a son.
Goodness, boy. He unties it and hands it back to you. Use your height to your advantage as he turns his back to you, backs up into you, and lets you rest your arms around him and tie it that way.
Oh. Fran is not used to having someone this close without it being a strangulation.
Exactly.
Okay.
And he guides your hand as you gently tie it, across his back and shoulders.
Fran very shakily ties the cape around him.
Now then, are you understanding?
Mhm.
I'm not quite sure.
I'm sorry. I'm just so not used to touching others when it's not so boisterous and physical. Just like I'm just nervous of my strength. It's so mighty and full of zeal. Yeah. You know.
Well, yes, but part of the appeal of being more intimate is being able to have a gentler touch. As he gently reaches up and is your neck exposed? I forget in your art.
Yeah.
Gently brushes a finger across your neck and what he feels like is your chin.
Fran is very steam is coming out of the helmet. Okay. I mean, yeah, that's softly, very soft, light touches where you don't have to worry about breaking things. Very, very interesting.
Is any of this getting locked in there?
I just maybe I should practice on something like fine china or an egg to make sure I can do that.
I mean, you came here for my advice.
Yes, right. Should I practice on you?
I guess that's why you're here. As he just smiles.
Fran, make sure to look right and left.
No one's here. You're safe.
Traylon butts down the door and says, Ahmed, you gotta teach me how to fuck!
No.
Ahmed says no.
No.
Close the door.
You must wait your turn like everyone else.
Love it.
So, he scratches his chin with the back of his finger.
How about saying hello?
Is that soft enough?
That's a bit too soft. Now you do sound like a church mouse who's scared to be noticed.
Right. In between. Hi. Ugh.
Oh boy. I think I have my work cut out for me. Maybe it would be better if I knew exactly who you were wishing to attempt this upon.
Yeah. No, it's no one in particular. Why is it to be in particular?
Because I've seen you from afar. You wouldn't have, suddenly made this decision without it being someone you actually have interacted with before, I imagine.
Well, I mean, it's just, there's certain people in the drama club who have, an energy like myself that I like, that they, seem like they'd be receptive to my type of energy. Very reciprocal, very, half-human orc-like. Very colorful.
Oni, but I already know. I know who it is now. He's just looking you all over like, yeah, all right, I can see it. And definitely he's fun to look at times.
Yeah, right, exactly. He's fun to look at. He has a great personality. He's got like this outgoing energy, just like seems like he's ready to take on the world and has a good heart and attitude and knowledgeable about a lot of things. It seems like we could be a good pair, like dual fisting someone right in the keister or something.
He just immediately starts laughing. Okay, I need to buy you a book of things to not say. Like that. But also, he was gonna say, in addition to like all the qualities you listed for Kibishi, he'd also add like, oh, and also he's got thighs that could like crush a watermelon, so that's always fun too.
It is always fun. It makes for quite the bouquet of fruit when you can just smash it right open there, or karate chop it, or like spear.
Goodness, boy.
As you two are talking, you hear a knock on the door.
Goodness, another visitor? Hold on. As he goes and again unlocks the door and opens it. Hello, who is it? And you see another person like invite themselves in. Let's say.
Oh boy.
You see a particular tiefling sort of like float his way in. It's Spooky Mookie.
Oh god.
Mookie.
Shit, I thought we would be alone for this.
Well, we're not, as he shuts the door. What do you want?
So, you know how you're really good at advice for, romancing people and stuff?
I've been told this. He just glances at Fran.
Do you have advice for trying to not like somebody?
Not quite, but now I'm intrigued, so sit down.
Well, if you don't have advice, then he sort of like looks around a bit. It's like, oh fuck, what did I just get into?
You're stuck in it now, bitch.
Is he like puts a gentle-ish touch on Mookie's shoulder and just guides him over to the hookah circle?
Physical contact. He bends like a twig.
Yeah. I like to once again remind you that like Mookie basically has like the Vox from Hell of a Boss face, where it's like very TV animated. So like the second he is like touched, you see like the double X eyes as he's just like, shit, I'm stuck in this, as he's brought over to the couch.
Well, it's more like a circle of pillows, but yeah.
Well, circle of pillows, but yeah, either way.
Alright, well. Alright, how to not like someone. Alright, do you find something about them repulsive?
Yes, but it's not working.
Okay. As he looks at Fran like, okay, this is a little weird, right? Alright, let's keep going.
Do you really need to not like them? I mean, what's so wrong about a positive feeling towards a person? I mean, shouldn't all positive things blossom and grow so you feel the beauty inside of yourself?
Well, okay, first off, that's fucking gross. Second, it's out of principle that I can't like this person. I would feel so sick if I did, but I do.
Are they a light bulb?
No? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's just like, you know, light and shadows and the cloak thing.
Weirdo.
You're the one that came here. Well, go on. All right. Let's see. What is it about them that you like that you wish you didn't like, then?
I like that. And you see him, like, really struggle to say this. Like, he's trying really hard not to give compliments, but he has to because now you two are peer pressuring him. I hate that this person actually has similar interests to me.
I thought you would enjoy that. You always talk about how no one is cool like you when it comes to your interests.
Well, yeah, they aren't, but again, it's out of principle. I can't be seen with this person.
Okay.
Yeah,
Who's the person at this point?
yeah, perhaps we could assist them into working more towards it being all right with them to help you haul the bodies or whatever.
Hey. Well, first off, I deal in spirits, not zombies. That's not my gimmick. Second of all, why would I tell you all?
Because you came here for advice.
Yeah?
And I can't give it to you if I don't know the specifics about it.
Traylin's just gonna slam himself up against the window as he's eavesdropping on this.
You see Mookie's face morph into a middle finger towards Traylon.
Not really.
You see him, like, sort of, like, dart his eyes back and forth between you two and the door. It's like, okay, how quickly can I, like, floof my way over there?
Floof.
Come on now, do we really gotta do it like this?
Yes.
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 Yes, if we know how to better help you, then we can help you.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion with advantage.
Oh.
Because you are peer pressuring this boy.
Peer pressure. Peer pressure.
Peer pressure.
It's a 16 and a 20, yeah. You do eventually peer pressure bully him into submission as Mookie sort of like, you see his face dissolve, or at least like the red lights beyond his like hood of darkness sort of like dissolve away as he very meekly goes, "It's Dia."
The princess?
Yeah, I know, right?
I fucking knew it!
What on earth could you even possibly have in common? Is he's like full gossip mode now?
Now you know now you know how I feel. I should have nothing to do with that, preppy loser. But, well, and I don't even know why she likes this stuff, but she apparently really likes the occult.
Okay.
Like, she actually knows things about my family. And no one really talks about my family other than me, my family, and friends of the family. This is kind of high society necromancy stuff. I don't even know how she even knows about this, but she does, and she says apparently she has like a few books that she hides from the guards, and it's just like, why? Why does she have to be into that?
It sounds interesting though.
Yeah, sounds like you just have someone you can collaborate with on your dark arts.
Well, yeah, but this is the Princess of Radiara!
Oh yes, but
I hate Radiarans!
I mean, I think she does too a little bit.
I mean, there's nothing for you to agree on.
You talking shit, you bitch?
Perhaps that's something you can open up with her about.
Trail, leave them
How, like,
alone.
that place blows chunks.
You see him sort of like have the really pathetic, like, uwu looking face as he's looking down at the ground and he goes, "Damn it. Why does she have to be like 1% cool? Why can't she just be like 0% like everybody else?"
Well, it seems, my friend, that you have gained some standards, it seems.
Yeah, kiss my ass.
Not
But-
today, I'm afraid.
Now, there's no shame in, like, having a blossoming friendship in unexpected places. It just is awkward because it's new, but I'm sure if you just, like, talk more about your interest that she has an interest in, you'll find it less squeamish.
How did this even occur? Did she just show up one day?
Did she find you dissecting someone? Like a squirrel?
He likes ghosts, not actual body horror, my friend.
Oh, so he doesn't like making the ghost. Okay.
Yeah, Fran, don't you remember? I like summoned my grandpa when we fought.
It's the tip of an iceberg.
Actually, yeah, it is the tip of an iceberg, I will admit.
That's
but
a
but
nice
yeah,
a nice bird on a slippery slope.
Yeah.
well, you remember when her dad and the big bird brain came over to the academy that one time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I was, you remember how I was gonna talk shit to the king to his face, and he, like, totally didn't seem fazed by it by all, and I was like, what the fuck, you're supposed to be mad, why aren't you mad?
I mean, I think that man was actually just broken by many years of awful treatment to him, but go
Well, I
on.
wanted to break him!
I think that man's already been broken for a few times, from what I've heard.
Well, I didn't know. But anyway, after that happened, I guess, I don't know, I guess Dia got told by her dad that, like, someone came up to him and he, I guess, said that I seemed very confused and needed somebody to talk to. So she came to me. I gave her the business. I called her all the stuff that she is. I will admit she is still a loser and a prep and all that stuff. But she, I guess at some point she just, like, looked at my pendant here and she said something like, "Oh, is that the Tias? Is that a symbol of the Tiazu family?" And I'm like, "What? How do you know?" And then things just kind of went from there. And then I found out that, like, she likes this stuff, and this is gonna sound so stupid, but she told me she was kind of hoping she would find some sort of occultic power, you know, just so she could have it for herself. And it's just like, oh my god, there's so many ways that you could do that, but it's like, why would I tell her? I'm not supposed to like her.
My friend, I'm afraid that I don't think I have an answer for this. I think you just have made a friend. And
I think
it's...
the only...
Go on. You first go on.
I was just thinking, like, I think the only problem here that's getting in your way is your own perception of the problem. No. You see, when I'm looking at a battle, for example, the odds are up against me, like there's a million men in front of me, I have to think, oh, right, I can go up and over them, or under them. You just have to go around this problem at a different angle and realize there's a solution. Instead of trying to make them your enemy, make them an ally.
You see
yeah.
him sort of like let out a deep exhale. The exhale is so deep that he nearly like turns into a towel with how like floaty he is.
You're a towel.
Y'all want to get high?
Oh yeah, if you guys got him like smoking the hookah, he would just be like paper floating in the air. But no, he speaks up and says,
So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go meet up again and be friends. Pull out a-
"Why?"
Because you might learn something. Pull out a Ouija board or whatever, something that she would like. Draw some pentacles and pentagrams on the ground and see what happens. It seems like she knows as much as you do. And that's quite a rarity, it seems.
You see him look away as he goes, Do you think that she would like talking to my grandpa?"
I mean, if you're literally offering to summon a spirit for her to speak with, I think she
As-
would.
As Hamid is saying that, all of a sudden Mookie's sort of like his eyes go wide as you hear him let out like as you see his face begin to like morph into like a more elderly looking face as you hear, "Oh, don't I only have a few seconds, but let me just say, it would be so wonderful if young Mookie could make a friend here. It would be absolutely wonderful if..." And then you see half of his face morph back into the red and goes, "Hey, Grandpa, get out of my body!"
You know what's even better?
You see the blue
What?
half of his face like give a wink, and then it fades away, and then Mookie's himself again.
What, Ray?
During that whole process, Discord was kind of like muffling, kind of like your static wise, so it really fit with you struggling.
But Hamid speaks up. It's like, well, I think trying to make contact with a spirit would be a good start. Maybe don't introduce her to family just yet.
But
No,
As he-
that's
there
as he ju-
goes.
As
Fine,
he just
whatever.
as he just smirks, is like hopefully like he catches what he means by that.
Yeah, that's more like an act 2 of a relationship. This is like act 1 of establishing your.
This is the prologue for sure.
Right? Yeah.
Fine, I'll do it. Fuck you guys.
You're welcome.
You'll feel a
You
lot
see
better
him
for it.
like looking like dejected, disheveled, just sort of like limply float out of the room. You see like a ghostly hand reach out and unlock the door for him as he just floats on out.
Maybe turn off your face too. I'm sure there's something she'll admire under that as well.
Not in a million years!
As the door, I guess, slams.
Yeah.
Alright then, that was an amusing distraction. So, shall we pick up where we left off?
You know what? I think that there gave me my solution.
Oh?
Yeah. It's that instead of being stubborn and fearing a relationship, I should charge forth headlong and join up in what we find in commonality to each other.
It's a start, for sure. I mean, it all starts with a hello.
Right. That's easy.
There's emotions for you to try it again.
You know, Hamid,
Yes.
I think there are many kinds of people and many ways to be intimate, and your kind, this delicate touch, I'm sure there's a place for it down the line, but right now that is not going to happen.
Well, alright then. I mean, it's a start.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna take this newfound confidence and inspiration before it veers head off a cliff.
Don't knock him dead, Tiger.
And Fran marches out of there, shoulders up and headstrong, take you on.
Cool. I guess
Don't-
we'll cut there then.
All right.
As we'll go as we'll go to Crudez now. Are you ready?
You said I was going last.
Did I?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well, one of you did.
Sorry. Then I guess we'll go to Traylon then. Whoop.
Hmm.
What was I planning on doing? Fuck.
You- From our notes, it said you were gonna go talk to Zawa and then go try to find actually maybe Kibishi or Daichi or something.
Yeah, just biding my time. Maybe finish a few ideas. Traylon's gonna be busy. He's been busy all day. He's going to keep himself busy. But first, I need to go embarrass a goblin girl. Now, where is she?
Um.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You first. You were gonna do this part too, remember?
This is gonna be hard because despite Zawa somehow being a fan favorite, I've never actually played her more than twice.
Oh.
Because she hasn't shown. The only time she's ever shown up is the Capture the Flag game and the dance.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, alright. So, where would you imagine you'd find her, Traylon?
Probably imagine. I mean, she's such a, fucking soldier girl. I imagine she's probably near, like, the training grounds or something.
Alright. I'll see, so you know that stereotype of, like, the one, autistic soldier who, like, practices assembling and deassembling his gun over and over?
Ah, so Forrest Gump style?
Maybe, but not like that. Like, pretty much, you see her sort of like. You see her doing it as sort of like to keep her skill sharp, as you see her sort of like reassemble a military grade bow as quickly as she can. You see, like, to the side of the table that she's working on, there's like this strange little like clock thing that is like ticking upwards, like 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, whatever.
It's a stopwatch.
And then when she hits, yeah, it's a stop timer, yeah. You actually see her like work up a little bit of a sweat. You think that this is probably like after like a run or some other workout prior.
Yeah. Alright. Traylon will be courteous and let her finish, because nothing's a pain in the ass more of a... That would piss her off more than to interrupt her during that, and like, bitch, you ruined my time. So it's like, just let her do her thing till she gets to a stop point.
But yeah, you see her stop. It's pretty damn fat, or at least it looks fast to you, like 45 seconds or whatnot. She takes a little bit of a breath. She seems satisfied, and then she turns around to see you. Afternoon, soldier! Haven't seen you in a while.
Hey, went on a bit of a mission. Went to the Iron
Permission
Dome.
for status report, then?
Hi, granted.
You actually see her look surprised. It's like, well, Dome Keepers let you in, huh?
Hey, it was actually specifically your dad.
Oh, the General Steamblast invited you.
Hi, we were setting out an outpost in the forest.
I hope you realize that this is a big honor you're talking about. The Dome Keepers never really asked for outside help before until the Academy.
Well, I certainly made a good impression, considering how well the mission went. What it was supposed to be like 2 weeks was brought down in half.
Well, if you Well, if you came back in one piece, then I reckon you would have made a good impression.
Yeah. I also met your gruncle? Other dad? I don't know how
Dreg?
you... Yeah, Dreg. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really call him Dad. Raz is my dad. Dreg is, well, I think, I'm gonna assume you already know.
I already know.
Yeah. And she sort of looks to the side for a second, it's like, hey, this is classified information here, but, how are they doing?
I got them fucking again.
You see her, like, without even, like, a... You don't even see, like, a split second, and she is already sort of, like, chest-heaving laughing at the fact that you just, like, flat out say that, as she just goes, fucking finally!
It only literally took him getting attacked by a fucking boneyard to make it happen.
Wait, really?
Don't worry, he's fine.
Status report on them, please!
Alright, let me fill you in on what happened, and Traylon will go over general details. Raz's last crew got a little fucked up. They're alive, but they were in no condition to go back out there. So instead, they got Dreg to come along with his crew. Once we were there, shit happened. We went into the forest to hunt down Golden Boots, because he kind of fucked off into the forest. Tracked him down.
Real bad about it.
He was very sad about it and very, very sorry. We ended up saving him from a boneyard, which was really, really nasty. And Dreg got a little fucked up from it, but he's perfectly fine. Maybe missing a little bit of bones in his arms, but he should get a full recovery. And her dad is super, dad is super clingy after that.
You see, for the rest of that story, she's like very stoic and attentive listening to that. So you can tell she is like, you can tell just from now that you're like getting a good look at her face, it's like she almost looks like a splitting image of her dad at some points in the face. Like, the only thing she's missing is like the 5 o'clock shadow. But she does finally like crack a smile once you got to the end, talking about how Raz got clingy, as she says, to tell you the truth, I'm really happy for him. I know full well why they did everything they did. They told me when I was older. I didn't mind anything. I never really minded them, and how they conducted their business, but, well, General Steamblast is still my father at the end of the day. And as his daughter, I would at least like him to be happy outside of the job rather than in the job.
Well, it's good on him that he's still has the chance to. I think he's getting a little bit of realization that, hey, maybe he shouldn't, may not want to waste any more time. Time is precious. He needs to realize that before it's gone.
You see, Raz sort of like put a hand on your shoulder, give you a nod, and say, well, if you contributed to those two finally putting aside whatever shit they had going on, then you have my thanks. I mean, I'm not the kind of girl who would give, like, oh, I owe you my life or anything like that. No, I'm not passionate enough for that. But thank you.
Oh,
That's the best way I can put it. Is thank you.
It's quite all right. And because I talked to your dad and Dreg, I actually learned a little bit of things about yourself. Pulls out the gift. Figure
Oh
I-
no!
a little
Did you
keepsake.
get this or my parents?
I got you this. Also, as a little party, as she's opening it, Traylin's going to be walking off, saying, "It's just a little keepsake from the Iron Dome. I figured I'd bring back something from home." And as she is as she is opening it, I'm going to say just at the door. Also, I told them that you're fucking Aloy.
Really deck save for me?
Oh no!
Come on, nat 20, nat 20, nat 20, nat 20, nat 20, 22.
All right,
22.
22. As soon as you like close the door, well, I'll say this room is a door now, but as you sort of like leave and turn the corner and close the door, you immediately hear like a sound from beyond the door, and then the door gets kicked down, and you see her like locked and loaded with the crossbow that she was like reassembling. As you see her say, "All right, you bet I'll give you a 10-second head start, so you better start fucking running."
At least tell me about the book later.
9, 8.
running.
Fuck. Did he actually?
I'll
do
say,
that?
yeah.
Come on, you first.
So, just to clarify, she isn't mad about the novel. She's mad that you just flat out said that.
Told
Yeah.
oust her to her dad's that she.
Oust her as a monster fucker, yeah.
Did you?
I
Did
actually
he actually do that?
I remember specifically saying that, yes, to Dreg at least, not to Raz.
Oh, wasn't she or wasn't didn't she say that to Rez when he or not Rez, Dreg when he was like drugged up?
No, it was when they first met.
Oh,
You know, when he was still in his
I-
when he was in his underwear and just lounging around.
Traylin's just like running away saying it's like Dreg didn't mind it at all. But yeah, I'll say she like hunts your ass down for like a good hour until she gets like it out of her system. So you're quite a bit tired and exhausted after that. I'll say for like shits and giggles, roll at a point of exhaustion.
Oh my god.
You pass by Fran in the hallway, and it's like, "Oh, hey, Traylon."
Is like a giant ballista bolt splinters the wood right next to you.
Care!
I'll see you later. You seem busy.
I'm a little busy. Worth it.
But yeah, you are alone again for the time being.
Yeah, she can. I hope
What
she
would you
doesn't.
like to do?
I hope she does enjoy, Labieth.
The book.
Labieth.
Oh yeah.
Labia rim.
That's right. Right. That's right. Labia rim. I forgot we did that.
So,
I did write down
What
inside
do you do now?
I did write down in the like the present saying, let me know if this one's any good.
But yeah, you are alone now. What would you like to do?
Maybe
Hungry.
I am a little hungry. I could use something to eat. I got a long week ahead of me. Go down to the cafeteria, see if I see anyone, strike up a conversation. Is there maybe think of try to think while I'm eating, like, is there anything I need to do ahead of time?
Right, yeah. I'll go ahead and say Daichi's the one you wanted to talk with, right?
Kibishi or Daichi?
Right, yeah. I'll say, for the time being, as you're sort of like chowing down, you know, just trying to catch your breath really, but also just generally calm down. You see Daichi Mizuki of your house, Purple. He is in his usual sort of like bluish kimono with... Actually, do we have word for him or no?
Unfortunately not.
Not yet, anyway. But yeah, you see him in his usual like kimono attire, katana to the side, the stern, you know, like standoffish look that he usually has, but you can see that something is a little bit off, as you see in his hands is a very ornate looking letter with sort of like the symbols of the Jingto royal family on it.
Yeah.
As he just sort of like sits down, cuts open the letter and reads it. Roll a perception for me real quick.
Alrighty. Perception. Rolling good tonight. 16.
So, I'm sorry, real quick. Axe the letter part.
Oh, whoopsie.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's just sitting down at his lonesome for the time being, sort of tending to... Well, actually, you know what? No. He reads it. You see him sort of, like, hold his breath a little bit, hoping that it's not, like, bad news, but then you see his face move towards a more neutral expression. Perhaps bad news is sort of averted. For now, anyway, considering it's Jingto.
Some news is better than no news type of deal.
Yeah. What do you do?
Well, first things first, Traylon is going to walk up behind him as he's sitting down, and like always, I'm going to turn his hair pink with prestidigitation.
Oh no!
Okay, this time I'm going to give him perception with advantage just because he can see you now.
I'm doing it from behind him. Fuck.
Yeah, it's a 26.
Damn it.
All
I
right,
don't know if
there
I
we
can
go.
stealth my way through that.
Right, you're good to go whenever, Jesse.
Oh, okay. Fuck. Back out.
You asked for it, so yeah.
Oh,
Well,
God.
yeah, I just was waiting for it.
I'm not trained in stealth.
You can try though if you want.
If you can get a nat 20.
Fuck!
Nope.
Oh no, the jig is up!
Traylon, does he always have like his backpack and stuff on him, like his bag of holding and things like that?
Yes.
What would be like the tallest thing sticking out of a backpack that he would have?
I think technically right now is the rock feathers.
Oh!
As you try to sneak up and do this, there's like a gust of wind and a shing sound, and you see your rock feathers split in half as they tumble down.
Come tumbling down.
Shing. Hello, Traylon.
Traylon's going to... Do I still have... Mending can save this. Traylon is going
Alright.
to pick up the feathers, ignore Daichi for a moment, hold back the immense rage he's building up right now, and he's going to say, Mending can fix this. You live another day.
Did you want something, or are you just here to annoy me again?
Maybe a little bit. Mostly the second part, but what's up? I was mostly just getting food.
Well, I'm waiting on mine at the moment. as he turns to try and ignore you.
Immediately sit next to him just to piss him off. I've been gone for about a week, so what's up?
Nothing. Just waiting on some news from home. As he folds the letter away and puts it away. But so far, nothing to report.
How's everything with the Emperor? I imagine things have been a little quiet since we got that damn crown.
The crown has quieted a lot of dissenters, for sure, and for that I do thank you.
Say it proper, bitch.
Only when
Louder,
you stop,
bitch.
only when you stop being a nuisance on the light on this world,
Never.
then you will never hear me sincerely thank you.
Then you have made your choice.
You have made your choice.
Oh, that's adorable. You think
Meanwhile,
that I won't
Crudis-
get you to do it.
Meanwhile, Crudis is just kind of like in the back of his head, just like, huh. Remember the time when Daichi complimented me? That was fun.
It was rare, like a constellation forming, or a star, or a solar eclipse. One of those once in 100 years type of deal things.
Exactly, yeah. Don't you have some weapon of mass destruction to build or something?
I have 9, in fact, but that's not relevant right now.
Did you need something, or are you really just going to annoy me?
I mean, I was mostly just killing time.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I guess I am just here to piss you off. Trin's a little petty because of his rock feathers. It's like, nah, bitch. I was just gonna do a quick thing, get some information, and leave, but now, buckle up, bitch. You're going for a ride.
I'm sorry, you startled me.
Do you always hold... You always slice whatever startles you. What if that was someone taller?
Oh, don't worry. I saw your shining dome from a mile away.
This shining dome is sexy, thank you. Squeak, as he drags a finger across his scalp.
Is what? Sorry, your adjective got cut off.
Sexy.
It's just like running like a dry erase marker board.
Basically. Unlike the unusual pink hair that you're sporting.
He just doesn't even respond. Did you even get to cast the spell with that nat 1?
No, I don't think I got close enough to even try.
You see him like hesitate for a moment, but he's like, "No, I stopped your spell. I know it didn't go off this time.
You will not trick me.
You will not fool me, boy." Nah, boy, because I know we can't use that fucking term with Traylon all the damn time.
Bitch,
Anyways,
I'm 150 years old. Respect your elders, you little twat.
as you both bicker at each other, you see a new person join the table. You can actually change the music now, John.
All right. Give me a second here. Mm-hmm.
I need to turn it up myself, actually. Hold on.
Oh,
No. I'm on my end. I got it on my end.
there you go.
You see, suddenly there's a large platter of food deposited on the table. As you look up and see the half Oni himself, Kibishi, be like, "I'm back! Ha-ha! And I have brought a plethora of food." And he finally opens his eyes. He's like, "Oh, Futurae, it's so good to see you."
Hey, Daichi. Nice to see you too, Kibishi. Long time no see.
Yes. I heard you were at the Dome of Iron today, or this past week.
Aye. It was really fun. I got some cool shite.
Ooh, as he sits down and immediately invites you to join them. As Daichi's like,
Tough shit, bitch.
And he's like,
There's a smirk on Treylin's face, like, oh, I'm being properly invited now. Now I have a reason to stay here even longer.
The platters like typical Jingto stuff, like noodles, dumplings, different types of grilled meat and things like that. And chopsticks,
Yeah.
of course.
And Treylin, well practiced. The food that he's been given, he'll set up as best he can, cuisine-wise. Daichi and Kibishi will realize that Treylin is actually pretty good at setting, like, the same way they would have it at home. He's not like just mixing it all. Yeah. He's got the bowls to the right positions rather eloquently for cultural-wise. Good with the chopsticks.
Very good. Yeah,
Good
you're
with
very good at that, my friend.
And in Oni, he's going to say, I picked up a few things.
Oh, I can tell. And Daichi will mutter to himself, like, well, I guess experiencing some Jinto culture was good for the boy. But hell, sorry, I do that a lot with characters, I'm sorry.
heh,
Do I?
For him.
boy.
I like to do characters like that.
You say boy?
Yeah, Treylin's 150 years old. Daichi's a little shit of 20 years old or so.
Yeah.
It's like people that think that they're like superior, Wyatt.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it doesn't really work a lot with Treylin because he's a gnome. Anyway, sorry, off topic. Yeah, he does mutter like, maybe visiting the Oni clans was good for him. It was probably one of the few good things.
It was certainly a good thing for me. That was a shit show. That was for sure.
Ah, yes, you escorted the Lady Itsuko to her betrothed, yes?
Aye, we did. The Oni clan was actually very accommodating. Real fun to spend time with.
Yes. Go on.
Spent a little bit of free time off there to meet up with a few of them on a bit of a break a while back. Maybe you
Oh, yes. Go on.
might want to try that again. Maybe in some off time when we're not so busy.
Remember to subscribe to Patreon on greypeas.com. I see, yes. Oh, I've never got to meet that clan, but I've heard they're quite industrious.
Aye. They helped suit up my longbow actually. Still, the blacksmith there is their blacksmith skills there are pretty advanced. I feel like
Yes.
Itsuko will benefit greatly by staying there.
I've heard similar musings from the capital. Oh, it's been quite a while since I've been home.
Hey, Kibishi. I know you don't really talk about this much, but where was your clan staying in Shinto?
You see he's like, a little like, yeah, that.
I already know that certain things are a little iffy with you. If you don't want to talk about it, I'm fine.
Oh, you're a friend? I don't mind. It's just a little... tragic at points. Well, I am the son of a full-blood Oni father and a human mother who willingly gave her services for protection, if you catch my drift.
Nah, I get it.
And it was a very warlike man, for sure. Honestly, if it wasn't for the now late Emperor uniting all the Oni clans, we probably would have went to war against the government.
Looks at Daichi to see if he's like doing like, yeah, I'm watching you, bitch type of look.
Well, Daichi's actually fairly calm about it because he knows the history.
Hmm.
The late Emperor, Kibishi continues, was quite well known for his martial prowess and for his, well, peace talks in a way. After subduing my father and his best warriors, we were invited to join a coalition of Oni tribes, and my father agreed at, the risk of losing his head, but he still did it.
Lusk.
Sometimes you just gotta twist their arm just a little bit to get them to cooperate.
Yes. But it was good to know the late Emperor. Atahari was his name. He took an interest in me because I was one of the few non-fighter Oni in the tribe. I was a dancer, a theatrical man. I earned the favor of King Yama versus all of my other siblings and cousins, and that gained me a little favor in the clan, but I didn't really flourish until I met the Emperor. It was he that allowed me to actually get accepted into a theater company and perfect my art. And I actually met Mr. Daichi here during my stay at the capital all those years ago.
Huh. So I guess that means you two kind of go back quite a bit, huh?
Well, we know each other, as Daichi speaks up. I wouldn't say we really interacted that much back then, but it's nice to have a friendly face here at the academy.
Well, I mean, I figured that Kabishi, you've made plenty of friends.
Oh yes, I'm quite the social butterfly, as he flips his hair. But, you get homesick a little bit. Even though home is a bit rough right now.
I see.
Well, with the Emperor sadly gone and his infant child next for the throne and all the nonsense that happened just before the academy even opened, it's difficult to think of the good times.
Well, hey, ever since we got that crown, things have probably eased up a little bit. Still, there's a few things I want to maybe figure out before things progress.
Like what?
Well, those fucking ninjas with that summon that giant fucking robot on us. Definitely
He's
wanna...
like a little perplexed, like, oh, that's weird. Yes?
Hey, yeah, no, those assholes were literally... Apparently their only reason that they gave us why they were even interfering in the first place was just to stir shit up.
Ah, agents of chaos.
Hey.
Makes some sense. The late Emperor did more or less unite the nation under one banner and kept it there for a while until he died. And it, he kind of scratches his head. It was an accident. Both he and his wife, their carriage crashed and fell off a cliff, and after he was visiting one of his generals. Being the Emperor and the Empress, many people obviously suspected foul play, despite really all the evidence pointing to the contrary, but it's hard to convince two of the highest profile people in Jingtou suddenly dying being a common accident.
Yeah, I mean, saying it out like that, I would believe that some foul play would be at work too, but I've seen the roads on Shinto, like, you gotta, I don't wanna, like, be that guy, but I feel like the infrastructure needs some work.
It was getting better.
Sorry.
Even Daichi's a little like, yeah. But enough talk. I'm glad to tell you the history of our nation, but I'm hungry.
Oh yeah, you guys should have seen with some of the shite in Iron Dome. I went to something called an amusement park, and they had themes for all of the different nations. Fucking Jinto had the most gaudiest fucking like translation I've ever seen. Like, look at this. Traylon will write out like some of the stuff that was there. This was for like the ride on this giant like pendulum swing, and he just writes out whatever the nonsense it was saying.
It's just a bunch of random words. So
Exactly.
That sounds about right.
Like, they were literally just slapping random kanji out at this.
Well, I guess they need some culture.
Yeah, well,
Maybe I can convince Miss Sore to take a few books back home.
hopefully. I mean, literally everyone there lives in a giant bubble, so hard to say.
I've always been curious about the Iron Dome. Would you say it's a good place to visit?
Well, it's definitely worth a visit. There's a few. I actually saw a few Oni on the outskirts, some of the ports, so there's definitely some Shinto inspiration.
Well, yes, Tachi says, as we are part of the Eastern Alliance, the Iron Dome, Perone, and Jingto, there's a bit of bleed over in some cultures. Between the cultures, rather.
I think at least some of the food was okay. Probably still not as good as authentic, but it's getting there.
Well, it's always good to have a home-cooked meal. Much.
So, anyway, Kimishi, I got a bit of a favor I'd like to ask of you.
Oh?
So, I'm going to be gone for a week.
Okay.
If you'd be so kind. Or wait, no, Daichi, you're actually in my house, so this will probably be a better question for you, but
Go on.
I'm gonna be gone for a week. I need to make sure that no one's gonna be, leaving shite outside my door for like a long time. There's a tendency for people just leaving shit at my door. If you'd be so kind, kind of drop it off at like a mailbox or something, like a PO box or something that it's safe.
There's a mailroom. Don't worry.
There's a mail. Especially considering I still haven't taken down the shotgun trap in my door, so...
Both of them are just like silent, like, right, that was a thing he just said.
Yeah, don't actually open the door.
So, where are you going for a week? Are you already on another mission, or?
I'll probably still be around, but it's, I'm doing an event.
Like, what? As he, like, leans in, interested.
A date.
Oh, with who?
That'll be something you'll find out later when they're ready to actually go public about this.
Oh, so it's scandalous.
Just raise brow, like, do you really need to say scandalous?
Sorry, theatrical. He's just grinning ear to ear, like, yee, it's so much fun to have good news like this.
But like I said, I'm gonna be gone for the week, so I'm thinking of all the different things I need to check on, and mail was gonna be one of the bigger things.
I understand.
Oh, that also reminds me, I need to see if I can talk with Sekfiz about something. He pulls out the shard, the true sight, the lens of true sight.
Ooh, what is it?
This is a lens of true sight. I'm hoping that I can maybe reverse engineer it to figure out how to maybe deal with that sorry, something caught my
Alright.
throat. Deal with that chimera issue. I figured since this thing shows me the true form of whatever it looks at, well, it'd be able to use that on the chimera and maybe combine it with something else to get the end result.
Yep. You're the expert in these matters. I'll take your word for it.
Oh, by the way, I also learned something really interesting.
Uh-huh.
Does Traylon know that Fran has a crush on Daichi? Or, not Daichi, Kabishi. I'm getting their names.
Probably not, honestly.
Damn it.
Well,
Well, yeah, why don't you decide that, Fran?
I think Fran would have, in passing on the boat ride over, and maybe even the train ride over, been thinking like, you ever noticed that Kabishi is really cool and good at fighting and has
Hot?
great form and...
Hey, he's
Yeah,
hot.
he's just... Well, I mean, I'm sure he sunbathes at times.
No,
sure he
I
has a
mean,
real-
he's sexy as hell. He's got them thighs, he's not the most ripped lad, but he's still got them good, he's got them oni jeans.
I don't know if he wears pants.
He sometimes does.
Very rarely.
Traylon, you are a man. I'm a man. No.
I Fran, I am quite literally dick height. It's good to be a gnome.
It's good to be.
Traylon, I say this as someone that strives to be a noble warrior, full of grace and grandeur. You have no class whatsoever, and good day to you.
Yeah, well, fuck you too. Now back to the present day. You know, Fran's got a massive crush on you, right, Kibishi?
What?
What?
Oh yeah, he's got a massive crush on you.
The fish night, man?
Yes.
Oh. Is he just like looks at like the sushi with like tuna and stuff on it, like pushes it away a little bit?
Don't worry. Don't worry about that. He eats fish all the time. That's what they eat.
He pushes it. He pulls it back closer to himself.
I gotta draw something.
Oh man.
By all means, yeah.
He needs official art finally, but you have effectively stun locked him. Like, oh, huh.
Last I saw, he was going over to Hamid to check on something, and I have and there are only one reason why I can imagine him going to Hamid.
Mercantile advice?
No, for flirting advice.
You see him like raise his brow, like, oh yeah, okay, that's enough. That's a good second guess. Huh? But he's like definitely like pondering things now.
I would just want to peek over at Daichi to see how uncomfortable he is right now.
He's a little like, huh? I don't know if that definitely Daichi's face is like, I don't think that would ever work out, man. Kibishi's definitely just like, huh. I'm not so sure. I mean, he's definitely a similar, you know, vibe, as he just like gestures to himself. I don't know. You know, during the first few weeks, months that we were here, everyone thought me and Lazuli were a couple.
Seriously?
Oh yes, we hung out all the time, had very similar interests. Like almost everyone always saw us together. And they were quite surprised that I had no feelings for her whatsoever. She's just a friend.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if things do kind of escalate, I do recommend one thing.
Huh?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
I want to be a dick and just slide over a fish stick,
No.
Oh no.
but I'm
Okay,
not
I
gonna
got
do
it.
that.
I
Traylin's
thought you were
going.
gonna slide over an egg.
No.
Oh no.
Go on.
Traylon is going to say, I think Fran has the grace of a flounder on dry land. Try to let him down gently, or at the very least, aim for something that he is familiar with, i.e., theater or working out.
Right. I mean, we do like theater. That's always a bonding a point of interest, yes. Huh. It's still just like, that's a bombshell I have to process now.
Yeah. And that's when Fran kicks down the door.
Lord.
Speak of the devil.
You there!
You there, Kabishi!
Hi!
Yes, hello. I have a news to announce to you.
He just looks around this crowded cafeteria. Right here?
Yes. For it cannot be hidden that I am but a dull blade, wounded by battle, and the only way my skills can sharpen is if another blade, as sharp as your wit may be, can sharpen me back up to par. So let us spar blades.
Oh, he's into sword fighting then.
God.
As you see, Kibishi's definitely trying not to laugh with that comment. He was thinking it, but he didn't want to like say anything until you said something.
You know, I heard certain Tritons have two.
As he just shoves you off your chair.
Like puts hand to face and shoves.
like full palm face, just Eldritch blast you away for good measure.
So what say you? Would you be down for sparring sometime?
Oh! Sparring! Okay! Yeah! Yes! Yeah!
Traylin's,
Yes, of
Traylin's
course.
under the table now. That's what he calls foreplay.
It's, he like stomps on you with a gator sandal.
God.
Well, make arrangements as he like finger guns at you.
Wunderbar. It's a date then. And he does that whole Predator 2? I think it's 1 actually. Predator 1 where he brings the hand around.
Or he what?
You know that part in Predator 1 where they, Dylan, you son of a bitch, and they clasp hands and biceps just get huge, and it's like, wow, those guys are built.
The bro handshake.
Yeah. He does. Yeah, sure. He takes that handshake and flex, and he's like, "All right, that's. Oh boy." As he just he lets go of your hand and like quickly scarfs down the rest of his food. He's like, "Okay, cool. Later." As he just poofs away.
Oh, okay.
Oi.
I did a good thing today. Just finishes his food.
Oh, Traylon, there you are. Is Kabishi alright? He seems a little under the weather. Usually
Oh.
has such a fire burning in.
He's doing just fine.
Did you put a rotten egg in his food?
No, I would have done something like this, and I throw a slice of cheese on your helmet.
Oh, fuck.
Daichi pulls out a flask and just swigs from it.
Aw.
Like, what did I do? How have I got myself into this life?
Daichi, help me.
No. Don't talk to me, as he just gets up and leaves.
A comrade in arms needs your help, Daichi. How can you leave them behind?
Like this, as he just throws open the
Like
door.
this.
and leaves.
As he's
And
walking away, I want to do the
relaxing.
prestidigitation. I don't care if he sees me.
What's the range on prestidigitation?
I'm right next to him. It's 5 feet.
Oh.
You have to touch his
Randomly.
hair?
I
You're on the
don't-
floor, aren't you?
I don't have to touch it. It's within 5 feet. The range is 5.
Ugh.
Go ahead. make it pink.
It's pink.
As he just goes.
Mission accomplished. We got him.
Why do I feel like I've lost even though I won the day?
That's right, buddy. You won.
Yeah. You know, yeah, I did win.
Oh, it's 10 feet.
Thank you, Trey.
Better.
You know what? I will eat that disgusting cow boob milk.
What?
What?
The cheese.
Milk? Oh,
I know, but like,
Why did you say it like that?
Is that not what it is?
It's
it's
cheese.
he's a
Right,
fish man. There are no mammals except like manatees in the sea.
Yeah.
Well, and whales, but like I don't think whales do milk. But yeah.
Manatees. Those, they get around.
Manatee Marie.
Is that a reference
just-
to like sailors?
Let's just say some of them were asking for it.
Manatees are the swingers of the ocean.
Yeah, they're always coming up on you being like, hey, how would you like to hear my siren song? In your cloaca.
Oh God.
me and my
It's like, no.
me and my partner saw you from across the reef, and we really like your vibe.
Oh, Lord.
Really like your ship's mast there.
Oh my god.
You know what they say about captains with big masts?
They're overcompensating for something.
Yeah, we don't mind.
Damn.
All right. Well, before we
Before we-
lose track.
Good lord.
Before we get any more biology lessons of sea life.
But yeah, I believe Crudez hasn't gone yet.
Correct. I am right here.
All right, so I'm
Alright.
good to go ahead and change music then.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Kabuki. God damn it.
Thank you.
Music. Kabuki. God damn it. Anyway.
Alright, sorry, I need to collect myself for a moment there.
Kabuki. God damn it. John, why?
See.
How dare you?
Kabuki.
Alright, so yeah, you wanted to go visit Ayara, yes?
Yeah.
Cool. As you walk away from the chaos that's happening on campus towards the
Chaos,
more
not chaos. No.
exactly, but you don't know yet.
It's all Traylon. Traylon is the
It's
chaos.
always- It's always Traylon.
Yeah.
It's me. I'm the problem.
me.
Anyways, as you walk through the woods, a familiar path towards the grove, you know that Ayara has made hers. As you are getting closer to it, you realize that you can hear voices, like someone speaking, like they're already there talking to her. They're not talking very loudly though, so it's a little difficult to hear unless you get closer, or if you want to, like, you know, strain your hearing.
What would I roll for that?
You can either roll stealth to get closer, or just perception to try and, like, you know,
Well, both are
Listen.
healthy +4, so. Can I perceive?
9.
No. And I'm not wasting a heckin' wheel on that.
You stop and you try and listen, but the voices are still a bit too mumbled. They're still like birds chirping around. It's kind of hard to focus on that. So you decide to keep going, get a little closer. and eventually you can sort of peek around the edge, and you see Ayara there speaking with two other females. You see, one is Lagerma, and she has her hands like clasped in Ayara's, like she's focusing on something. And surprisingly, Dia is also there with her.
What?
Do you make yourself known?
Oh. I mean, maybe just kind of clear his throat a little bit. Just like, hope I'm not interrupting anything.
They all do startle a little bit.
Oh,
And
sorry.
you see, like, there was like some sort of enchantment in Lagerma and Ayara's hands, as it's now broken from the
Oh,
loss of concentration. You see,
I can come back later.
you see Lagerma turn away and like wipe her eyes and her face off. Hello, Crudez, as Ayara stands up to greet you. Forgive us, we were in the middle of something, but it can wait. What can I do for you?
All right, one sec. Well, damn. Now that I know I'm interrupting something, what I had kind of feels a little like benign in comparison. I'm not sure if that's the word.
It's alright. We were experimenting with something. It was still in the very early stage. You're fine. You see Lagerma, finally turn back around like, yeah, sorry, it's alright. You can definitely tell she's been crying a little bit.
Oh.
And Dia's like supporting her shoulder.
Oh. Anything I can help with?
And all three of them look to each other like, perhaps, but not at the moment. We'll let you know if we need your assistance with something.
Fair enough.
Now, as Ayara sweeps her staff and grass and flowers bloom and grow again. Did you loop the song, John?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just
Okay,
got
yeah,
a
it just starts
long
early.
pause.
It starts quiet. Sorry. Anyways,
Yeah.
what can I do for you?
Well, well, so as you may or may not know, I kind of just got back from Iron Dome, and me and my buddy Francesco were kind of having a bit of a talk about just how magic works, and I kind of offered to teach him some stuff, like not anything huge, maybe just like a little druid craft, but it's like I don't really know how to go about that. Like, how do you teach someone a cantrip, something that's so easy for us to do, yet for someone on the outside, it's just completely foreign?
I understand. Well, I think that it may be a bit easier with your friend Francesco than most people to learn this, actually. As she moves towards the little pond that's in the middle of the grove, and she like dips her staff in and kind of like swirls it around as you see like the tip of it glow blue as she like raises it, and like the water shapes up into a beautiful like spiral pattern.
Oh.
Your friend is already connected to the water, which is itself a very natural thing.
Mm-hmm.
So perhaps it may not be too difficult for him to learn, how to weave the magic of nature to something that simple. So if you mean to teach him how to harness this power, I would focus on his relationship with the water. Makes sense?
Like, he's just kind of taking some mental notes. Now, I wonder if I could get some seeds to help him practice on, because I don't think I'm fresh out.
Well, there's always something around here that could use some assistance.
Of course.
As she points to a few different plants, flowers, beanstalks, things like that. They should be pretty easy to grow. As she picks a few pea pods, that you grow in school. They're really easy to grow.
Right.
Says you.
These should be a good start. As she places them in your hand.
Thank you. Just kind of holds them for a second, just kind of feels that little potential of nature just kind of in his hands there. These will be perfect, thank you.
You're welcome. Glad I could be of assistance. You see Lagerma speak up a little bit. Actually,
Yeah?
I don't mean to pry, but when you awoke to this new power, you did meet some of the Moment Watchers, yes?
Yep. Why, what's up?
And she kind of looks to the side, the other lady supporting her. Can you see the future whenever you want? Or is it still most divination?
It's kind of hit and miss for me. I can give it a try, but I can't make any promises, of course.
I think anything would be fine right now, if you don't
All right.
mind.
Sure.
I must admit I'm a bit new to this. My powers of druid craft are more of the shape-shifting variety. What do I need to do?
Well, Cruda's just kind of thinking to himself, just mentally flipping through his brain here, just
Looking at his spell
well,
list.
yeah, totally. Let's see. Where the hell is the spell that I'm thinking of? Well, I suppose what I guess I'll start with is, how far are you planning to look? Because I have some spells that can go about as far as 7 days. I suppose I could try to reach farther if needed, but
7 days. Anything more general than that?
just open-ended.
Yeah, it doesn't have to have a time limit.
I guess...
the level 20 druid over to the side, yeah, I'll let him do
it. Yeah. Oh, right, yeah, Aara is level 20, isn't she?
Well, she's really high up there. All the teachers are high up there.
Okay.
In my head, they're all 15.
Okay.
I just made a joke, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. I can try.
That's all I ask.
I think I have an idea. So, above table. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna sit her down and we'll forgo the incense this time around, just because, well,
you're in a pretty magically charged area anyway, so
exactly. See, we don't need it.
and I will say maybe just like sit her down, just kind of put the he'll just kind of like remove his star globe necklace for the moment and just kind of set it on the ground between the two of them. Just I would say maybe just this is a new spin on a ritual that I usually do, but I would say try placing your hand on this with me, not on the same side if you'd rather not. Just
That's fine.
I'm on one side, you're on the other. You know, the usual.
Yeah, she follows your lead.
Mhm.
Her hand a bit dwarfing yours because she is half-orc girl herself.
And let's see. What I would like to do is. Oh right, yeah, I can't scry. That wouldn't help at all. That's not the future. That's the present. But yeah,
Sure.
going to.
Sorry, go on.
And just probably say to her, just think about what you would like to know. You might not have to tell me. Let's just try it. Just think about it very fervently in your heart and your mind. And above table, I'm going to cast divination.
Yay! Cool.
And I know it says 7 days, but Crudez is going to try as
Stretch that
gently
a
as
little bit.
as gently as he can to like reach further if he can.
Cool, cool. I'd say roll me a D100.
All right.
66. Almost
Lord.
nice.
Oof.
As you start this ritual, you can feel your powers and honestly her powers like sort of meeting in the middle to like power the ritual. Your star globe raises in the air. You both feel it rising up with you as there's a flash, and you feel the familiar weightlessness of the starry plane that you frequent now and then, even like take upon yourself as you when you go starry.
Mm-hmm.
You feel Lagerma's like breath leaves her as she's not used to this sensation, but she steels herself, and you can. She's got her eyes shut, but you can look around in this, plane of astral stars that you are used to.
Right.
And you see behind her is a full moon that is, not normally there when you're in this zone.
Uh-huh.
And, above
Also,
table.
I have to ask, is Lagerma starry too?
No, she is not
Okay.
actually. Neither are you, unless you want to be.
I mean, I would like to, but just for flavor. But
I'd say you at least see like some star pricks on your skin, but you're not like fully astral yet.
yeah, like
Maybe I'd want to be starry.
Go on.
The tattoos are lighting up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, like a new addition is like this full moon that's behind Lagerma, and above table and like sort of in character that she is a circle of the moon druid. And you see it slowly start to wane as it grows darker and darker into a new moon. And then, it goes back into a full moon. You see it go back and forth, until eventually you see it kind of suddenly split.
Oh.
And now there are 3 moons behind her.
Oh.
You see one that becomes a full moon, and you see Lagerma, or at least a more happier version of her than you've seen before. Because in all the time you've known Lagerma, she's a very somber girl. Like, even when she's doing things she enjoys, there's always just this air of sadness to her. And as you look to the new moon that is now shrouded black, you see another version of Lagerma, and you see her hands are claws, like gnarled claws, and there's like bone spikes sticking out of her arms.
Oh.
And you see the look in her eye is like crazed and rabid. Like she's lost herself to something.
Hmm.
And then in the middle, you see the moon split perfectly in half,
Mm-hmm.
lit on one side and dark on the other. And she is in the middle there, like the version that you know her of now. But you see, reaching out from the moon, like a spectral hand, also very gnarled and old and twisted, with long, sharp talons, kind of rest itself on her head as it like tries to like press into her skull. And she gasps, and the vision is broken. And you're back in the normal realm.
Well, I definitely saw something.
What was
It's
it?
fucked.
Also, I'm gonna. How do I do that one thing?
What is it now?
I do believe it's. Oh, roll 20 is so slow.
Yeah, it's having some trouble today.
A little bit, yeah. What is that? Da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Okay. I see it. It went through. I see it.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
And one extra thing.
All right.
Ba-ba-ba.
Sorry, he's doing secret rolls. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Through the mountain.
So- Fine.
Secret roll.
Pretty much.
Minute multiple 5. That's good.
Uh-huh.
What are you trying to infer?
Um, this some of the elements of this vision,
Mhm.
does this either remind me of anything or pique any kind of like past memory? Do I recognize anything from this, or is it just like the vague feeling of like I feel like I've seen this before, but no, there's no way.
I'd say, with that result, that we will keep secret, you do sense, like, definitely the vibe on the New Moon side with her more feral. You've caught more glimpses of that than the other side, for sure.
I what? Sorry.
You've caught more glimpses of that, you feel like. You've got that vibe check more than the other side.
Oh. Hmm.
And you noticed, like, that spectral hand that reached out and grabbed her head, like the one in the middle. It feels like the best way you can infer this vision is it can go either way,
Yeah.
but there may be something trying to guide her towards one versus the other.
Hmm. Then yeah, I pretty much tell her that and just say I'm just amazed I was able to reach like that.
Oh, God.
Potential fates here. Oh boy.
I see. Well, that's about what I expected, I suppose.
Hmm.
Thank you, regardless.
I hope it helped, even just a little.
She nods, doesn't really say yes or no, though, to it.
Mm.
Perhaps I will call upon your assistance again when I hopefully learn more. I'm sorry to be so secretive.
It's all right. I can, and he kind of feels like a little grumpled at having to admit it. Just like I understand why some people have their secrets. Sorry. Past experience. Don't mind me.
It's alright, I understand.
Mm.
I guess more than anything, I do feel a little homesick.
Oh, man, don't I know that feeling? Cause
Oh.
it's one thing to be able to send letters home and like occasionally scry in on the village and see how they're doing, but yeah,
It's
You know.
another to actually see it
yeah,
and see what's changed with your own eyes and feel the familiar touch of nature in your own home.
yeah. Hmm.
Hmm.
Here's hoping we can both remedy that sometime soon.
She nods, agreeing.
Yeah.
You do see Ayara behind you, who was behind her watching this whole ritual. Is definitely like looking at Lagerma intently, and her hand is on that stone that she showed you last time.
Oh
That when
yeah.
you touched it, you like felt like all of nature at once,
Oh Jesus.
and it is vibrating as she's
Oh.
like watching her.
Oh. Hmm.
You see, finally, Dia kind of clear her throat, like, yes, well, sorry to cut this short,
I owe
but
you a lot.
what?
No, just Crudis like interjecting with like telling Ligurma just like, listen, I owe you a lot.
Aw,
Yeah.
why's that?
I mean, basically recruited me for the academy, and well, I owe literally everything I've come to experience to you, and I'm grateful for it.
She does seem a little taken aback by that. Like, oh,
Like, listen, if it weren't for you, I would still be just a pot smoking, do nothing goblin over in Stonefisher Village, not amounting to anything in my life. But, you gave me the nudge that I needed, honestly, and it just all snowballed from there.
roll an insight check.
Alrighty.
Do it publicly this time.
Yes. Thanks. Fuck. I don't have to.
Secrets.
Yes.
19.
19. 19. No.
19. She has a very conflicted emotion on her face.
Yeah.
Like once she's like, from what you can like vibe check from her,
Uh-huh.
she is happy to hear you say this. Like, oh, I helped someone,
Mm.
you know, find a better path in their life. The other vibe you get is like, I'm the reason he had to do that.
Oh. He'll probably just like pick up on that and just be like, listen, no matter what you might be thinking right now, I'm grateful to you. And I will never regret this.
She just nods. You see
She's
like
got
some
a
tears trying to form again in her eyes.
warm smile on his face, just like, yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. Do not ever feel bad about it.
She nods.
Easier said than done, I know, so take that for what you will. Just
Right. We had a meeting, right? As she looks to Dia. Yes. Sorry, all three of these ladies have a really soft-spoken voice, and I only have so many.
But yeah, go on.
Thank you, Miss Ayara. Thank you, Prudence. I believe we shall take our leave now. Yes?
Yeah.
Have a good day, everyone.
Yeah.
As
You too.
Lagerma, walks with Dia, kind of supporting herself against her a little bit as she like suddenly gets really tired.
Ooh.
And Ayara waits for them to both be like out of the grove before she turns her attention to you again. Definitely like eyeing you up like, what did you see?
I mean, I told her, didn't I?
I mean, yeah, but now that she's gone, were you hiding something, like letting her down a bit easier?
I mean, honestly, I told her most of what I saw, and just, I'm kind of having a bit of a feeling about something. It's, how do I put into words?
As Ayara looks at the stone in her hand, you remember she called it Forest Song. That girl harbors a great darkness within her.
Yeah, I've kind of got that feeling too, and I feel like me saying all that to her just now probably didn't help much,
Why do you think
considering
that?
that.
Why is
I,
that?
I don't know. I just kind of got this feeling that, like, sure, she was happy about it, but at the same time, it's just like, oh no, this is also my fault. Because, you know, the darkness and shit.
I can tell she's struggled with it for many years now. I don't think she was born with it, though.
Yeah,
It's just
no, that
Maybelline.
no. I've kind of had a bit of a kind of having a bit of a thought in the back of my mind for a while now.
Yes?
Well, how best to put this? But I mean, I feel like I have at some point in my life seen this darkness from her, and I don't know, it just, maybe it's a curse. I wish I could do something about that, but
If it is a curse, it's a very powerful one.
hmm,
One that taints her very soul.
hmm,
I am powerful in my own magics, but I do believe something actually has hold of her.
I could definitely see that.
As in, like, someone perhaps made a bargain with her as the bargaining chip.
Oh no.
But I do not know that for certain.
That's fair.
I will keep an eye on her when she's here at the academy. She asked me to do so, and I trust you to be secret with this.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I do hope the lighter version of her in your vision comes to pass.
Me too.
Right then. Take those to your friend, and like I said, focus on his connection to water, and I think you'll be able to teach him some simple druid craft. Be safe, Prudence.
Indeed. And you as well.
She looks pleased to have you as her pupil.
Aww.
Aww.
Is there anything else you wish to do before you head back?
I'm not sure. Honestly, one thing I kind of wanted to do was excuse me.
Ah,
No, see, I'm not actually sure if she's done with it, but I did kind of want to, like, briefly stop in on Sora and just be like, hey, I'm back from Iron Dome. It was cool. People were surprisingly nice.
She slowly, yeah.
I can take her, don't worry.
All right.
But I'll say, as you're like leaving AR's grove, would you make one more perception check for me?
Alrighty. Come on.
22, damn, good. All right.
Damn.
As AR waves you goodbye, and as you wave goodbye at her as you look back before you press on, you do see someone resting up in the tree above her. And she's only been shown off a few times, but
Yeah.
you recognize it's like AR's partner.
Yeah.
Miss Fade, as she calls herself.
Yeah.
She's always nearby, it seems.
Yeah.
Silent but deadly.
Just in case. She does acknowledge that you see her and just give a gentle smirk wave.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
waves back, but not like dramatically about it. Just a subtle little, just like, yeah.
Hey, I see you there.
Hi.
And nobody fucking
You ain't
look.
slick.
Yeah, you wanted to go pop in at Sora real quick?
Yeah.
Cool. I think this music will really fit Sora, but
I know what to end it on.
okay.
Just give me 1 second.
Do you know what to know? Whoa.
And we're walking, and we're walking,
Walking. And
and
we're
we're
walking.
walking.
Where is
we're
that
crazy.
nighttime one?
And we're. Did you say it too, Wyatt?
and we're Christopher Walken.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah, we gotta have more cowbell.
God damn it.
It's a little quiet.
Oh, let me turn it up.
Oh.
There you go.
There we go. Yeah. Yeah, you go to the house leader offices, as that's where you told Sora would be.
Yeah.
You go in. You see she's reading a book. But when you open the door, she immediately slams it shut, puts it in the drawer, and slams the drawer shut. Like, "Hi, I was not doing anything uncouth."
Don't worry. I wouldn't judge you either way.
I think she likes her gifts.
Yeah. Hi. What can I do
Hi.
for you? Yeah.
Well, nothing much. I'll let you get back to your book in a sec. I just wanted to kind of check in with you, and well, you know by now probably. We've been to Iron Dome,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
and yeah, it was really cool over there.
It is, isn't it?
Like surprisingly so.
So clean and organized, and so not very full of nature. Except for the park, but we had to really like fight for that one.
Yeah, and I was honestly surprised. A lot of people were really nice over there. Well,
Yeah.
well, okay. I shouldn't say that. I wasn't like expecting them to be mean or anything. They weren't. It was cool. It was like I fit right in
Well,
in a
I
weird way, but yeah.
I think part of that is like, you know, when I first came here, it was my first time out of the dome, and all the deadly diseases and germs and everything that's around me. It's a little overbearing. She just
I
like
getcha.
shell shock, looks like off in the distance for a moment.
Yeah.
But
He
you
does the Kinger spaz out.
no.
She has limbs. She can't do that.
No, she just has a Vietnam flashback, like real quick.
Oh no.
She does the Shinji stare.
Just for a moment. Anyways, but then she's like, but when you go to the Iron Dome, you know, that's their home turf. They're safe there. Even if, you know, an outsider comes in. They outnumber you. Yeah! That sounds Horrible.
No. I know what you meant. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. And I got a camera over there actually. I've taken 2 whole pictures with it.
Aw, that's
Well,
that's
one
nice.
one was by accident. I didn't really know how to work the darn thing. But you know.
You'll get the hang of it. Everyone
Yeah.
has one of those snapshots where it's like straight up your nose or something like that.
That's honestly pretty much what this one was.
Actually, as she like roots in her desk drawer a little bit, and she pulls out a few photographs of her own, and she gestures for you to join her.
Oh, hell
You
yeah.
see, it's definitely some like early snapshots that she's taken. Like she's definitely clearly younger in these pictures.
Oh, yeah.
You know, every so often it's just like a picture of like the Iron Dome and like the artificial sky up there. A more rudimentary version of like Minerva consoles that you saw. Like these ones are a bit more blocky, but you can see definitely like the Minerva interface that you recognized.
Yeah.
You see one of Sorae and her dad, and she's like smiling really big as there's like a science project next to her. Like it looks like a very, very, very beta version of like her own suit that she wears.
It's all cardboard.
Aw.
Aww.
But like cardboard with like circuitry on it.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, this one caught on fire because cardboard's
Oh
not
no.
good to, conduct
No.
conduct power.
Yeah.
But she definitely looks very fondly on these memories.
Yeah. Yeah. I need
See.
to take more pictures too, but I've only got like 48 pictures left, I think.
That's
And-
still quite a bit.
Yeah, fair.
If you ever need any help developing them, I'll help you with that.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you. I was actually kind of wondering how I was going to get that done over here.
Yeah, I have a dark room. Don't worry.
Nice.
You just have to be careful, or else, all those pictures you take in can be,
Yeah.
destroyed.
Oh.
As she pulls out another set of photographs that are all like washed out and like
Oh.
there's clearly supposed to be like a really cool like nature shot there, but it's just like nothing but like white flash everywhere.
Aw.
She's like, yeah, if they get exposed to light too early, this happens.
Ah.
I keep them as a reminder of like what not to do.
Okay.
Yeah. And she, roots through some more pictures, and like there's one final one. It's a very scenic shot where like you can see like she took it like while traveling on one of the trains. You can like see like her reflection a little bit in the glass and the camera in her hands. I took this one when I left for the academy.
Oh. Very nice. It's just kind of looking at it and appreciating it.
Yeah. Sorry, I got all wistful and nostalgic there.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I've been kind of missing home lately too.
Yeah, it's rough sometimes.
Yeah. Especially with everything that's been going on. My God.
Yeah, we're doing our best, but
Yeah.
Iron Dome tech doesn't really work outside the Iron Dome unless you kind of build it up like I have here.
Oh yeah.
Trillin
So,
breaks down the door. Says, sorry, look at all that electronic scrap I've got.
Oh boy, that sure is a lot of trash.
Trash. Trash.
What a garbage.
Damn.
It's like you have half a circuit board. Like, what is
That's
this?
adorable.
Like, what does this wire even go to? I don't know, but it's cool. This is an HDMI cord. It's not a power cord.
I would
Oh,
hope
no.
that most of the stuff I bought is actually usable and not just trash.
It is. Don't worry. I was just making a joke. It is. Don't worry. But I was just making a joke. Don't worry.
I still need to make that fucking basically tower.
Yeah. And she jokes and it's like, this one's a DisplayPort cable. That's not even HDMI.
This is an old, these are old AV cables. You don't even have the. Is it the red one that sometimes doesn't show up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The red, white, and yellow cables for like
Yeah.
old
Oh god,
game
that's a blast.
consoles.
Blast from the past, yeah.
I said, well, no, you have to like hook it up to the VCR, put it on channel 3, then turn the VCR on, then you can play your game console.
God.
I had to go through that.
Yeah, I think most of us did.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're done reminiscing with Soiree, we'll end on one note as you all
Yeah.
finally reconvene for the night here in the dorms.
Before though, I
Yeah.
will kind of leave Sorry on this note though.
Yeah.
I just kind of look at her and goes, "Well, if all goes well, I might be able to pick up another spell here soon. I can just go over there to home like that, just through a tree."
Oh,
Yeah,
that's handy.
yeah. Only works with trees I've touched before, so I mean,
Huh. I mean, you wouldn't want to go somewhere you don't know where you're going, so
Yeah, exactly.
it sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
So let's
God,
not.
God, God, just imagine trying to like go to Farenthal through a tree, and then it turns out the tree is like over a cliff now. Yeah, no thanks, no thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Farenthal.
yeah, I should have used a different example, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll leave you to your book.
I don't have a book. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's fine if you do so. Never mind. Anyway, later.
Bye. As you click shut the door and go back to your dorm, you see Traylon looking very smug and proud of himself.
I
As
had
usual.
a very productive day. I made things incredibly embarrassing and horrible for 3 other people.
Oh no, what did you do?
And Fran, what does Fran look like as he's coming in to retire for the night?
Fran looks satisfied, like, huh. Huh? Do any of you feel like you have a thorn in the spirit of your foot?
That is a very specific example.
I don't know what
Like
you mean,
something-
Fran. Could you describe it?
Oh, well, it just feels like something is off. Like they went, well, like Kabishi said yes to us being sparring partners and dueling wits and such, but it seemed like he also was nervous about something. Something was perturbing him.
I don't know. I can't say.
Curtis just kind of slowly tilts his head in Traylon's direction. You don't know, huh?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh.
You really don't, huh?
No, I don't.
No?
No.
Deception versus insight. No.
Roll it.
Come on, Trey.
Fran
Roll
says
that
standing.
fucking clip.
9.
Oh!
God
Deception.
damn. No, I will not stand for this. No, I'm using my last fucking omen for this. Effect.
All
right.
well, with
14.
that, yeah,
Yeah.
14.
he beats you.
You cheat.
does-
You cheat and you cheat.
I
All you
divine
guys-
my fate in the
listen.
cosmos. What do you mean, cheat?
It's part of his build. It's all right.
I know.
So what does he glean that Traylon's like? What does he glean from Traylon's lie?
Probably gleams that Traylon does not feel like he's done a bad, but he may have talked to Kabishi before Fran got a hold of him.
Curtis just shakes his head. It's too late in the evening for this. That and he doesn't want to drop anything on Fran when it's just like, Oh, by the way, Fran, probably not right now since it's getting kind of late, but I got some seeds, well, some little peas and whatnot. We can practice some teaching you some druidcraft later.
Oh, no, we
Yeah.
actually are doing that. Wonderful.
I mean, yeah, if you want.
Yes. I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with being all the more powerful. Having a plethora on one's utility belt.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner, but like your connection to water honestly kind of gives you a bit of a leg up.
Oh, really? With
Yeah.
growing beans?
I mean, yeah. What do you? Oh, right. Yeah. Crudas has to face palm a little bit and then realize, right, you don't have to water plants down there. The water's just there.
There,
Yeah.
always.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So, Fran. I almost said Crudes. Fuck. So, Fran. Who am I? Anyway, so Fran. I gotta keep my composure here. Anyway, so right, yeah. I don't know why I didn't think this, but so land plants, they sometimes need water to grow, which, you know, you don't have to worry about down in Monopolis because there's just water everywhere.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, water is one of those things in nature, so shrug.
Yeah. Well, yeah, water is an important utility that we all require to live on this earth and keeps us all connected.
Exactly.
What about it?
What?
Such a profound thing to say. That. Yeah, what about it?
Yeah. But yeah, just you've already got a bit of a connection there. In fact, I think some of the stuff that you can do with that.
Yep.
I dropped my controller. But anyway. But yeah, I mean, like, what are the spells that Frank can use actually? Just like
Water based.
above table. Well, yeah, duh, but there was the gust of wind, I think, too.
Yeah,
It's,
well, water, gust of wind, wait, hang on, let me get my
And I think it was like speak with animals, but only like aquatic ones, and they can only like
He
you
has.
can only speak to them. They cannot understand him, or he cannot understand them.
Yeah, he has fog cloud, gust of wind, and wall of water, and then the emissary of the sea, where he can like he can Aquaman other sea creatures.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I mean, going back to the character. But yeah, I mean, just water spells in general like that are just part of druidic stuff to begin with. So you kind of have a bit of a good foundation as it is.
Oh.
It may still take a bit of work, but I have faith in you.
What? Well, you know what? Thank you, Crudez, and I am excited, if not elated, to have you as my teacher in these matters.
Aw, I'm glad.
Well, feel we're all learning a little something a day.
Yeah.
I have not learned anything.
You have not.
Still stuck the way he always is.
You have not, and that worries me.
Well, maybe I'll be able to teach you something along the way then.
Ooh.
How about love?
How about sunrise?
Rise,
land?
that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Actually, for example, I learned a new thing today that I think you'll be interested in. Apparently, an indoor voice means speaking softer.
Oh yeah, you didn't. Technically, I didn't even know about that until coming here either. But I just normally have a more like chill voice. So
Now, if anything, Grudez, I feel you might need to find your outdoor voice.
I'm so glad that you finally learned. He puts a hand on your knee. Tap tap.
It's like, I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you. If you notice, nothing's rattling when I speak now. Oh.
That is by God the best thing I could ever feel.
And I'm
Honestly,
happy to-
honestly, for the sake of my ears, me too.
Hmm.
It wasn't bothering me before, just to be clear.
It's all right. I'm happy that we're growing as individual and people. And you know what? Speaking of growing, when do you think we can start fisting those seeds into the ground?
You really gotta learn that is not a phrase you can just say.
What?
We'll work on that. Fisting is
we'll
not
work on-
something you want to say in public.
Yeah, we'll work on the vocab, but for now, I'll say, honestly, I'm good to go tomorrow. If you want.
Well, then we better hop into the tub and start snoozing, boys.
So
you-
you hop in the tub, I'll hop on the hammock.
Am I the only one of us that sleeps on an actual bed?
I
Yeah,
gotta
probably.
admit, Traylon, it is a little weird that you do that, yes.
Yeah.
And when you're not like, falling asleep at your workbench.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh god. That just gave me an image in my head. Traylon doesn't have a bed in his room. He has the work desk. He just falls asleep at it. That's his bed.
Well, there is a bed. He just has like junk all over it.
Yeah.
The wood shavings are his pillow.
Oh, god. His bed is desk number 2, now with more pillows. Oh,
What pillow?
Yeah, one last thing before we end
yeah,
off.
yeah. Sorry.
As you're all bantering and having fun,
Uh-huh.
you do hear some like rapid footsteps approaching you all.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And you
Rapid
see
or rabid?
rapid.
Okay,
Oh.
yeah.
As you see someone turn the corner and you see Emil, who looks very flustered and out of breath, and his glasses are askew. And he's like,
Oh.
I finally caught you guys!
What?
I've been trying to look for you all day. I kept missing you.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
Sorry, I
What
heard your
went
rapid.
wrong?
I heard your rapid steps. I thought you were Zaw for a moment. You like probably ran.
Zal would just like, no, Zal would be more stealthy about it. She'd pop out of a pot and just like headshot you.
Huh.
Just hear the right now.
Yeah, one moment.
You alright, Emil? Do you need a bath? I hear mammals get much calmer if they bathe.
No, I just need air. Okay.
And at that, real quick, but at that comment, like Crudez just kind of raises his finger as if to remind Fran of something, but then just kind of stops for a second because, like, wait, does he know? Never mind. Anyway, sorry, Emil. Go ahead.
Right. Would you guys be interested in helping us do a little something nice for Lysander?
I mean, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Things have been real, tense to say the least.
Oh
And a
yeah.
lot of people want to, do something to help ease his mind, because everything that's happening.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll be taking ideas tomorrow morning in the office upstairs. And then we're going to have a bigger meeting later in the day to decide what we're going to do. Right?
Hmm.
Sound good?
Sounds good.
Cool. I'm going to lay down.
Yeah, you've earned it, dude. Sorry for running you around so much.
I got my steps in. Yeah.
Yeah, but do you really need them though?
I guess.
He does.
You should join me for my morning runs. You'd feel a lot less vomit-looking.
I might take you up
What?
on that. But not right now.
You need to put in some
Fran,
squats.
what was that?
Yes, and squats. Oh, let me tell you about squats. It's like there's no downside to them.
Like your legs, the fact that your legs hate you afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
well, your
quite a
legs are gonna
talk.
hate you no matter what you do. At least you'll have a fat ass, fat butt. if you just want.
Why change from ass to butt? Okay.
Because the FCC is weird and fickle.
Your CIA agent listening in.
Yeah, he's a very fickle man. Anyway,
Cool.
all right.
Yeah, I think we're gonna end off there.
Yeah.
Birthday party for Lysander.
It's not his birthday.
Happy not birthday.
They come in here with a birthday gift, and a birthday.
Right there, happy to Lysander.
What now?
Lysander, real quick, but like, Lysander like just has fucking Whiskey Dingo's voice for a second. It's just like, it's not my fucking birthday, chat.
What did you say, Wyatt?
What's going on with Lysander that he needs party help?
Okay, we're gonna stop the recording there so I can explain this.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye.
Alright. Okay, Wyatt, do you see the